I guess not.
We're in monorail. It doesn't matter.
We're recording in mono.
We're recording in monorail. You ever listen to any mono recordings?
Well, like the Beatles?
Yeah, or just older ones before.
Yeah, and they all suck.
They kind of do. You know whenever you do audio and shit.
Yeah.
Whenever you mix, do you ever do like mono referencing, which is where you just switch? You just hit the mono button, mono sum to listen to it in mono and then compare.
No, I don't really do that.
Try it next time. Hold on. It helps. So when everything's summed together, you get a true picture of how each instrument or each piece of the mix is in like the amplitude or the volume compared to the other things. And when it's in stereo, it can be deceiving because some things that are panned out wide, you hear them in stereo, but when you sum it together in mono, that space comes down to just right in the middle. So the volume on those wide pan things drops. So it's a good idea to like, at least I think it is, especially with like, if you're doing something that people are going to be listening to like on a phone or like in their car, a place that doesn't really have stereo separation.
Yeah.
You still want everything to be audible in those sources. So anyway, nerd alert. Welcome to John Bass Podcast episode. I think this is 7.
Hell yeah.
Return of the Mac. Oh yeah, Return of the macgregor Lakes.
Hello.
I thought about that this morning. I was like, I'm going to sing that at the top.
It is I, McGregor Lakes.
Yep.
Not the funniest person in Cincinnati.
You're probably the funniest person in this room right now, I'd say.
You know.
This bitch right over here is pretty funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the dog.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny looking dog right there.
Yeah, she's stupid. I love her, though.
It's a dumbass fucking dog, dude.
Look at this dumb motherfucker. She's actually...
This dog can't even do a fucking math, bro.
Hey, this dog doesn't even know how to do... Quit licking your crotch.
She's biting her foot, her leg.
Yeah, she's
got an itch, bro.
I know. I think she might have like some kind of OCD because she just like likes to gnaw, and she doesn't have any sort of flea or mite or tick.
Oh, my dog was legit diagnosed with OCD.
Like she just gets like on her legs, like on her joints, they're like red because she just gnaws on them.
Yeah, no.
I think she might have arthritis or something.
No, 100%. My dog, like I said, actually diagnosed with actual OCD because she'd lick kind of like where the wrist would be.
Yeah.
And it just became, just all the fur came off and it was just splotchy pink skin. And the doctor was like, "Oh, that shouldn't happen."
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, and that was years ago when she was medicated. Now she's old and just sleeps all day.
How old's your dog?
She's like 11.
Does she live with you or is she?
No, this is like my family dog.
Family dog.
Yeah,
that's right.
No way I should be owning a pet right now at this point in my life.
It's fine.
I had roommates that I did technically help raise some dogs for some time in the house that I live in now, and it's a fucking disaster.
Yeah. I had 2 for quite, like, I don't know, probably 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not glad the other one's dead or anything. But I'm not like supplementing the second dog. Like, I'm never going to have more than one dog probably.
I'm not jovial that this dog died tragically, but I'm just happy to not be spending so much fucking money. Between you and me, I fucking hated that bitch.
Yeah, they don't really cost that much. I don't know. They're mutt. Both. My dogs have usually always been mutts.
Yeah,
and I'm not spending.
I don't get people who get like
amount of money on a dog's life.
Pure breeds and stuff because it's just like I feel like it's just like people who really, really want to be racist. But they can't, because the world has improved beyond what's like maybe their dad was racist, And they were like, dude, Dad's so fucking cool. He's so racist.
Yeah.
He yelled at that black guy who was
Oh God.
at the gas station. And it's like, I can't wait until I'm an adult and I can be racist in my own household to my kids. And then, that was like 1965 or whatever. Then still
I don't think it was as far back as you may think.
Yeah, this was 2005. This was 5 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
And
Don't you
then-
remember who the last
yeah.
president
And-
was?
But then,
Like,
but then that person's now like a head of sales at like a somewhat important regional company, and it's like I can't be racist in public or else I get fucking fired.
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh, we got a purebred English bulldog. We don't like those Afghan hounds.
yeah.
We think English bulldogs are better than Afghan hounds or a Shih Tzu. We don't really like Shih Tzus in this household. The Westminster Dog Show is basically a Klan meeting. You know what I mean?
The fucking. That's pretty good.
Oh, shit.
I went to what's the place? PetSmart.
Yeah.
I went there.
And the PetSmart is the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, you want any fucking dog?
They don't sell dogs though.
They don't?
No,
I thought they did.
They I think every now and then the Humane Society will be there and they will have dogs and cats and such to adopt. But I don't think most PetSmarts actually have dogs.
But they sell like lizards and shit, right?
Yeah, they sell.
'Cause I remember-
they sell things that don't have a soul.
I remember third wheeling some straight friends who were like, we're going to get a frog. And then they broke up 2 months later.
Who the fuck buys a frog?
People trying to find a new reason to love someone.
Like, okay, I don't get how, and I mean, I know it's just preference, but like people that are like have pet lizards and shit, I'm like,
It's low maintenance.
yeah, I know, but it's
Just give it a
also
mouse.
I do not. There's
You get to have dead mice in your fridge. That's pretty funny.
That's gross.
Someone just opens the fridge, there's just a bunch of packed up mice. You're like, It's like, oh, it's for Jerry.
And Jerry's over in the corner
Yeah.
like with this 2 eye.
Yeah, lizards are cool looking things.
Yeah, I guess
like
they're
it's like you have a tiny little dinosaur.
But I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't wanna touch it.
That's a personal preference thing. I'd love to touch a dinosaur, dude.
A dinosaur, yeah, I guess you're right.
You have a tiny little like proof.
But I feel like it could kill you if it caught you in the right jugular vein.
What a freaking
I don't know, dude. What are those big ass? Was it are they Gila monsters or those Komodo dragon?
yeah.
things?
I don't
Those
think
things
people
are
own those, but yeah,
those are terrifying.
I saw a video of a Komodo dragon eating an entire deer.
Don't they have like
just-
poisonous saliva or
Yeah.
something?
Well, that's how it killed the deer, and then it just like grabbed its head and then swallowed the entire deer. No,
Jesus,
no
fuck.
chewing. And I was just like, hey,
This guy's probably good at blowjobs.
I love to see.
Getting blown by.
I love to fill him with my poison. I'll tell you that much.
What if we McGregor invited us all over and we went to his house and like we showed up early and he was like he had his Gila monster out just like a fleshlight.
Oh God.
I went to PetSmart a while back and I was getting my dogs groomed and they had a sign and it said BOGO, buy one get one free for all you foreigners out there.
Yeah.
That's so mean. Anyway, but it said was like Pekingese and some other breed of dog were half off for grooming, and I was like,
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, this. I know that this isn't wrong, but it feels racist.
Yeah.
To all the other kind of dogs, and I was like, what if?
There's the dog breed like is racism. You know.
I mean, kind of.
Like I said, this applies to my point from before. Is that people who love purebreds are just people who just need a place to be racist.
but is it? I don't think
That's why astrology is also really big.
What?
You take racism away from white people, they find other ways to
put people in categories.
put people in categories. Yeah,
That's fucking
They
great.
do astrology. They get purebred dogs.
Like,
They get really into sports.
they get obsessed playing Wordle.
yeah.
Wordle is.
Oh no, I make fun of him because he's not smart enough. Okay, yeah, that's why.
But yeah, I was like, what if they did that with people? Like, what if you went to Kroger one day and there was a sign out front? It was like, Charmin, buy one get one free, Asians only.
yeah. Only Asians,
Or no, Asians, Wasians, Blasians.
Asians, and Blasians.
This
not
is
Haitians.
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 What's a Haitian?
Hispanic Asian.
Oh, I've never seen one of them.
I get. You've never met a Filipino?
I don't think Filipinos are Hispanic.
Well, no, but
They were
they
just-
speak Spanish.
No, they speak Tagalog or
Tagalog.
Tagalog, whatever.
That's the right way to say
Bro,
it.
I've been to the Philippines like 9 times. I know about the Philippines.
You didn't
trust
learn
me.
anything. You just got your dick sucked 80 times and were like, I love
Whoa.
Asia.
No, time out. I went there for work, dude. I went there for work.
Yeah, because you're an infamous Asian sex trafficker. How do you think
No.
how do you think you know where all those rub and tugs
Jesus
are in
Christ.
Lexington?
Oh
You
my
supply them. You're like, I'm going to go on a business trip. And then you come back with 8 wives.
That's actually a funny story. When I lived in Japan, I was going to the immigrant every year. I had to get my. Whoa.
Damn, bitch.
Fuck, dude, that was close.
Woo.
Jesus is in my yard. He just showed up. He's like, pow. But I went to the immigration office to renew my visa.
Yeah.
And I had to show that I was still there and working and all that stuff. Because in Japan, if you have a family member, if you have a spouse or child that's there,
Yeah.
actually, I don't even know if they have to be there, but as long as they're a Japanese citizen, you can stay there indefinitely with just a regular permanent resident visa.
Right.
Getting a green card of it anyway. But there was this guy, this really just sleazy looking Japanese guy. And he had 9 East Asian, from different. I don't know where they were from because none of them spoke Japanese. They were all speaking different languages. But he,
like as if an American man had 9 women from different countries in South America.
But no, listen to what this motherfucker
Similar to
said.
that.
He was applying for him, and the immigration officer was like, who are all these women? And he was like, they're all my cousin. I was like, what the fuck? And he fucking applied for all of them to get visas, and they walked out with worker visas. I was like, damn.
I like to think he didn't work very hard on his ruse. And so
No,
what's
he wasn't even pretending. He was like, they're my cousin.
No, but they're like, so what are the names of your cousins? He's like, oh, that's Cambodia Sue, that's Thailand Sue, here's Laos Sue.
No, it was creepy. I was like, man, this fucking.
Oh no,
guy.
fully, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like shit like that, honestly. But yeah, what were we talking? I don't know how we were talking about. Oh, you said that. Filipino. I think they were colonized by the Spanish.
Yeah, that's why they
have a lot.
A lot of them were taught Spanish was for colonial purposes.
Yeah, in my I don't know. I don't have a extensive interaction with Filipino folks, but I work with a bunch of Filipino people, and they really Filipinos and Americans, I guess, and native English speakers they get humor, the English nuances of humor.
Yeah.
Because they grew up. I'm sure there's some people who don't, but most people who went through probably through 12th grade have a strong grasp of English, even if they've never been here.
It's funny how the rest of the world is so considerate to the kid, where it's we have language classes that you have to be fluent in another language by 18, and then America's just can you count to 10 in Spanish? No, that's all right. You're not gonna fucking need that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I speak another language, and I'm glad that I do, but also I get it. I mean, it's hard to do if you're not there or have a reason to do it. You know what I mean? Or
I almost had kindergarten level understanding of Spanish. Almost.
Were you in kindergarten?
No. I lived in a very heavy Spanish speaking part of Colorado for a few months.
Oh, okay.
And I was like I got to learn something. I can't just walk up to an average Joe in this community and fucking just be Google Translate. I can't do that.
I mean, but you were in America too, though.
Yeah, but everyone there was speaking Spanish, and it was just I was just it'd be easier for me, it'd be a better world.
Yeah, I get it.
And so I tried really hard, and then then with the program I was working for, we were moving to do a different job in a different state, and so I was like, oh well, I don't need this anymore, and I just immediately lost all knowledge. I remember chicharrones.
That's fucking
Pork
pork
rinds.
rinds. Nice. I work with a lot of Japanese people, and whenever they get stationed over here, like they always, try really hard to learn as much English. And most of them that come over here already have some knowledge or ability to speak English.
Yeah.
But not everybody. Sometimes people that come over here can't speak at all, and they have to as they're working here, they have to pick it up. But I don't know. When I lived there, I was like, how old are you? 22, 23?
I'm 21.
21. I was 23 when I moved to Japan, and I tried pretty quickly to assimilate. Like I spent the first year of my life assimilating to Japanese culture, and so in doing that, I didn't forget where I came from or forget who I was, but I definitely had to carve out a new space in my personality. Because the way you interact in Japanese, it's the same, but the shit that we say in English, if you just straight translated that to Japanese, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And also sarcasm and irony, which in English and also in American English, and also all the slang and everything, it doesn't translate well, and it can come across as mean to people who irony isn't a big thing, humorous idea in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
It does, but it's not people don't roll over laughing at ironic humor like we do. It's just different. It's not that their sense of humor.
The language did not allow space for inflection and tone to kind of drive he meant the opposite of what he said here.
Yeah, there is wordplay, and there are some fun wordplay games, and in conversation, if you're speaking with someone who's a jokester, a trickster, but it's so I had to learn. I was like, yeah, you probably don't need to say that because they won't get it.
Yeah,
but the first year, I really, and I was pretty young too, so my brain was still very malleable. So I picked it up pretty quick. I feel like I'm losing it now. I don't speak. I speak at work sometimes, but I'm not going to be there much longer, and I'm probably not going to do that kind of work anymore. So
yeah,
I hope I don't forget it. I don't think I will.
You could try to be an interpreter or translator or something.
I don't want to do that.
No?
I did that for a long time, but I don't want to. I don't want to be in that industry.
Well, you think it won't be
world.
fun telling a Japanese immigrant he can't have health care anymore when you're interpreting for Medicaid or whatever?
Most Japanese immigrants have they're either sent over here and they have a bunch of money and support, or I don't know.
Yeah, why can't we get any bum Japanese immigrants?
Yeah, we need some poor Japanese people in this country.
I want to do squatting and smoking a cigarette outside of my speedway.
Oh, you'll find have you ever heard the word shacho?
No.
Shacho means president, and the president of a company.
Okay.
But sometimes people refer to in friend groups or somebody who's maybe got a stronger personality, they'll jokingly call them shacho, and so you'll see even real president, real high up people in companies just squat. It's they don't give a fuck. But they don't smoke as much anymore.
Did Shinzo Abe do that?
He did.
Is that what he was up to before he got capped?
He got fucking capped.
Dude, he got shot.
With a fucking plastic gun?
By a fucking battery-powered shotgun.
Was it a shotgun?
Yeah, it was. Well, it kind of looked like that. It was just it had 2 shots in it, just full of black powder and pellets.
Damn. They got. You really got to fucking hate somebody to go to build a gun and kill them.
It's funny is that the guy who did it, he wasn't even I hate this guy's politics. It's just that my mom and him were in the same church, and she gave all the money to the church.
That kid, crazy dude.
So he's so I'm going to kill the former prime minister.
How are you putting that together? I don't get it.
I think it's because I think it's because the church is very culty.
Yeah, the
and
Moonies
yeah,
or
yeah, the
whatever.
Moonies, and Shinzo during his time was like, everyone should be a Moonie.
The Moonies are Korean though.
Yeah, but
No, I mean which is interesting
there
because
are Mormons in Canada.
yeah, I know, but Abe was like he had a lot of controversy because he in Japanese politics there's the left and the right.
Yeah,
The right wing or right side, if the far right's crazy, they're like,
they're like the rape in Nanking never happened.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it was all a conspiracy, but then again, there is after World War II. I mean, Japan has paid fucking trillions in reparations to China, to Korea, to many other countries, and like still to this day is apologizing for it. And Japanese culture is so apologetic. Like
Yeah.
they've done it for so long, and I kind of do understand the points. Like, how long do we have to keep doing this? Those were our fucking like. I know it's fucked up, but it's also like they're struggling as a country too.
yeah.
How long do we have to keep doing this? And then to be turned around and be treated like shit publicly, to be shit on by the Chinese media, to be shit on by the Korean media. They fucking hate like they're so racist towards Japanese people when they go over there. But Japanese people now, like current, like middle-aged working members of society, not the old people, the people who are actually like going to be here in 10 more,
Yeah.
most Japanese people are so like kind and considerate. There's not a lot of like very accepting of like different culture. I mean, they're educated people, all because they all get to go to school for free
Yeah.
till at least ninth grade, and you have to pay for high school. But you can go. You can go to. There's ways to go, and most people do. But I guess my point is,
So what happens to that 14-year-old if he can't afford high school? Does he just go straight to the workforce?
yeah.
Is that why there's so many squat smokers? They're just a bunch of fucked up guys who just weren't allowed to go to high school, and so they just work at bars and shit,
Yeah.
squatting and smoking.
or people who went like I have a friend. I haven't talked to him or even thought about him forever, but his dad, he came from, I think, money, but he was he was a wild kid. Like he used to fight all the time, and he like in the late 80s, early 90s, it was popular for kids and for guys in high school. They like the bad boys. They did like pompadours and like kind of like 50s greaser style.
Yeah.
And those guys a lot of times would end up like having connections to the mob or getting involved with the mob. But like my friend though, he went to high school, and I think he dropped out, but ended up he started his own ramen place, and he's got like 5 or 6 different ramen shops. And he had while I lived there, he had like in the convenience stores, they have cup ramen everywhere. Like he had his signature all over Japan for a while. So I mean, so I'm just saying he didn't graduate high school. So there is a path for like big success in Japan, but it's way, way slimmer than it. Like America has more opportunities for people who, I guess, if you hustle. In Japan, if you hustle, you've still got a lot against you. Like there's just a lot of societal shit that keeps people in the place in the economic status they were born into. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like rich people's kids kind of just keep being rich, but here that's not always the case. You can have a rich family and have a fucking deadbeat homeless. And vice versa. You can have someone who comes from nothing and ends up being a millionaire. But in Japan, you don't see that sort of it as much, just because of the way I don't know. You don't see 50-year-olds going back to college.
Right.
Once you, not that you can't, but once you miss that window after high school to enter college. At least when I was there, it was much more difficult to go back and like to change your career or do anything like that. So, not that it's anything like their laws, but just the way the structure is set up, it's like this is frowned upon, and if you do this, you got to go this way, and it's just like a lot of arbitrary shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the fuck we got on that, but Shinzo Abe, that was sad.
Yeah.
My ex-wife called me. My ex-wife's Japanese, for anyone who doesn't know. She called me she texted me that morning because I used to follow politics when I lived over there.
Yeah.
A lot more than I don't follow politics at all anymore. But
Was Shinzo like a big guy when you were living there? Because he was prime minister in like 2010s, right?
Yeah, he was prime minister right when I left.
So
And
was he
then-
like a equivalent to like a senator or something in your time?
So yeah, he was. I don't think they call him a sen. It's basically
but
a
like the
senator.
equivalent to like a dude who votes on the laws.
But he was also, I think, in the Japanese prime minister during the Bush administration, and was a guy named Koizumi, and he had like a really interesting haircut. He had like a Beethoven kind of haircut. He's a really strange, like, you know. He like had like a George Washington hair. It was like flowing and like this, but he was like big buddies with Bush, and was very involved in Operation Iraqi Hijack or whatever the fuck it was called. You know what I mean? He was like he got Japan involved because they were just like a support role because they can't fight. But Abe,
Do you think they helped do 9/11?
who?
This guy.
No. I don't know. I don't think so. Do you think that? Do you think it was an inside job?
Like if Bush was like, if you help me do 9/11, I will get you a spot in the war we start, so you can get some profits off the back of it.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll give your cousin a board seat in Raytheon.
I don't think George Bush is
No, he was not the dude.
that savvy. No.
No, it was Donald Rumsfeld. It was Colin Powell.
It was fucking Cheney,
It was
dude.
Cheney. No, it was everyone who he was with, and he was just walking around like, it's bad. It's bad
Well,
out there.
It's kind of
Now watch this drive. Remember that video? Holy shit.
yeah.
My friends can't stop talking about that. Like every time we like do something cool,
What
we're
was it
like,
he
watch
said?
this drive.
He said something.
He's like, we will he's like, we will rape those terrorists. He was like saying some
like,
crazy
we're gonna
shit.
come get y'all. God damn it! Now watch his drive.
He was like, I will slit the throat of Osama bin Laden and dance in his blood. Now watch this drive.
I mean,
he was like doing
it's-
something crazy like that.
It's actually it's actually kind of cool. If you're no, listen to me. If you're trying to send a message to your fucking enemy that you're coming to get them, what bigger dick move can you do to be like, I'm gonna fucking come kill you? Now I'm gonna play sports first, and then I'm gonna send minions just to come in. Like it's brutal, and the I don't know. Some may say the punishment doesn't fit the crime, but like, I don't know. America, we have a tendency to do that. Someone's like, "Hey," and then we're like, we rip their fucking head off.
yeah.
Like, territory.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna stop terrorism, and then we bomb children for 20 years.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up. But yeah, that was sad that he died. He did. He was kind of not liked by the left because they said that he was like a World War II, like the people that.
Well, he was like big buddies with the like dudes who didn't think Nanking happened, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a huge like, and it's mostly like right-leaning conservative dudes,
Yeah.
who don't think that. Who I guess, and I get it, because Japan sometimes it's so like Japanese culture and the way sometimes the politics are, it's so apologist. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, are you really? Are you just fucking saying I'm sorry because because you look bad? And so that group and that cross section of that population is like, hey, we said we were fucking sorry, okay? Do we have to say it forever? Are you going to keep bringing it up for fucking all of time?
And I think the problem with that is the guys like right next to them are the like denier guys who are like, yeah, we're done being sorry. and they like kind of hijack that movement.
Exactly.
You know?
It's the I don't know. Yeah, you see it in politics everywhere. You know, every good idea, every good cause gets hijacked by fucking insane people who want to like just
like QAnon. It was well intentioned. We wanted
bro.
Q was a good guy. He just wanted to let us know that there's some bad hombres up in the deep state, and then a bunch of crazy motherfuckers.
Those people are so fucking stupid, dude.
Oh
like,
my god!
What in the actual fuck? I mean, you've seen that documentary, right? Eye of the Storm or Into the Storm.
I haven't seen the doc, but I've done my fair share of QAnon gawking.
I mean, what kind of idiot person would even believe it? You know what I mean?
Just people who are. I like to think. I like
dumb. They're dumb, dude.
No, I like the no. I like the theory that no one's ever dumb.
No,
but
not true. Not true. The average human has an IQ of 100.
That is,
did you know that?
Yeah, and that's probably me and you. But
no, it's not. Not even fucking close.
What do you think my IQ is, John?
Probably 130s, high 120s, 130s,
Very
maybe
flattering.
Maybe 140. I don't know.
I believe it might be 99, but
no way.
But no, I think it's just like people who like, because like, okay, here's what I think happened is that a lot of these QAnon people, where people are like, America does no wrong, like this is a good country we're living. Like there are people who like saw Bush go watch this drive, and they're like, yes sir, Mr. Bush. You know, it's like that was like that group of Americans who like still were holding on to that good old boomer like patriotism, and then like Epstein happened.
Oh God!
And like,
and then
like all of their brains melted, because like, you know, it's one thing to be like, because Bush was.
Wait, are you gonna start supporting Epstein? Are you about to give us?
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
I'm in a bit of a pit, so let me climb out of the pit. Give me time to climb out of the pit.
Get out of there, Batman.
Because like, okay, if you're like a boomer guy who like doesn't. Who like is that kind of like comfortable 2008 patriot, right?
Yeah.
If Bush
2008 patriot.
Yeah.
That's fucking good.
Yeah. If Bush, you know,
That's fucking funny.
Even though Bush was like doing a war where kids were dying and stuff, it was happening way far away.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, yeah, no, it's all right, you know.
Yeah.
But Epstein was an American citizen who was raping American children and giving it to political people who were not in the party you were in, right? Mm-hmm. So if that happens, your brain finally like cracks, and you're like, oh, the people I'm against like could be raping kids.
Oh,
your
yeah.
brain breaks. You stop doing the right leaps, which is like, oh, people, very powerful people are probably bad. What connection you make is, oh, the people I'm with, the people I've backed, they don't do that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the people in Epstein's little thing were Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Republican guys were a little better at hiding their child rape. But so they were like, oh, so the Democrats are demons. And so that's how QAnon spawned, was a bunch of people who were like, oh, like the other side are full of demons and we need to go get them. That's where I think QAnon comes from.
I mean, all the shit they say about, you know, like Bill Gates or Clinton or who the fuck ever. It's like, you know, if there were damning evidence that came forth, it would not shock me.
Yeah. Remember in the 2016 election when people kept saying like Hillary Clinton was like eating babies or whatever?
Yeah. That's insane.
They're like that's like they were like, oh, the WikiLeaks. They're like talking in code about eating children. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like the email was like, hey guys, we're gonna have a hot dog party at the at Hillary's office.
But those same people would then, and not that I'm not necessarily opposed to everything that Julian Assange guy has done, because I think he's done a lot for good.
Yeah.
But somebody was like, yeah, this guy's fucking a child pornographer. Like, it wouldn't. Like, look at him. He looks. If I had to imagine, if I put in child pornographer in crayon,
Mm-hmm.
you know that website Crayon,
Yeah.
CRAIYON. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. If I put in computer hacker pedophile, I feel like it would draw me 9 separate pictures of Julian Assange just doing different stuff.
points in his life.
Yeah, like he's this fucking creep.
He does look strange.
And he got. I mean, they did use that to arrest him. I think they had. That's because he was hiding in some embassy in London.
Yeah,
and he would like come out on the balcony, but do you remember the balcony was like literally right next to the street and not even up on a second floor? They could have told. I think that's how. I think that's actually how they caught him. Like one day he was out there like, "I'm not going to," and then some fucking British Bobby just yanked his ass off the balcony.
That would
like,
be hilarious.
Whoopsie, you're in England now, bitch.
Oh shit, are you on English soil? Guess I'll arrest you.
Oh,
that's funny. Yeah,
but no. But it was interesting. Is a lot of right wing people were backing him because he was fueling the fire against the Clintons and all that stuff.
But the whole point of him leaking those emails was to help Bernie. Because like the big thing in the emails that he kept pushing was that the DNC was like literally being like, we're not gonna push Bernie.
Yeah, but that didn't. It did the opposite effect.
But like
everybody.
All of the other extra emails that were about like the office is having a hot dog party. Like that's the right wing people were like, well, what's a hot dog party?
So stupid.
They're raping children at these hot dog parties. Oh, one of them made an email about going to Comet Ping Pong Pizza in Washington, D.C. That's where they're keeping the kids.
Yeah, and some guy, God, they're so stupid.
Yeah, and a dude showed up with a gun.
Like, just think about it. I mean, just think about it. What was he gonna do? Go in there and kill everybody?
Also, if you do have an international pedophile ring, and then your emails get leaked, I feel like you'd get the kids out of the pizza place that was in the emails, right?
Yeah.
Before anyone with guns showed up.
Unless you didn't know about it.
I feel like they would know if because it was on the news. There was like they're mentioning something about because like Pizzagate was on the news before the guy with the gun showed up.
Yeah. It's people are stupid, dude.
Yeah,
and I mean I think we all get tricked, and so I don't know. I'm not really tuned into politics or any kind of media much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I'm definitely on my phone, but. It's not good. But I don't know. I do not like. I don't believe none of them anymore, man. I think they're all a bunch of fucking liars. I don't think they.
Unknown caller.
Fuck you. I don't think any of them really give a shit about us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how could they? I mean, all they can do is pretend to give it. There's no way that they even have time to give a shit about any of us. They're too busy fucking kids. Right?
Every decision they make indirectly will cause people to die. Just having that burden on your lap, that breaks you. Like, you don't become normal because of that.
No wonder they have to pander for money and shit.
Yeah.
We've gotten dark here, haven't we? It stopped raining.
It did. Someone's walking their dog.
That dog looks like...
Dog looks old as fuck, dude.
Dog looks old. I don't know where my dog went. Yeah. So, what have you been up to, man? Like, what have you, besides comedy and all that shit? What have you been up to?
Besides comedy,
or I mean, including comedy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Every time, like, I've thought about like what would happen if someone asked me this question, like, so what do you do when you're not telling jokes? Mm-hmm. And it's like, I play Skyrim.
You play what?
Skyrim.
Is that like a game?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it like a basketball game?
No. It's a good guess though. No, it's a fantasy game.
Oh, like Zelda?
Yeah, where you make a little character and then you run around the little fantasy world and do shit.
What's the world called?
It's called the world is Skyrim. Yeah, it's named after the land in which you inhabit.
So what does each character you make? You just make one, and then that character is like your avatar, and you just interact with other people in there.
Oh no, it's offline. It's not a multiplayer game. So it's like they've written like X amount of adventures. Okay. And you build a character and you can go on these adventures.
It's like a Steam game or something?
Yeah, you can get on Steam. Okay.
I've never been on there, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in trying to get into that Rocket League. It looks fun. It looks stupid and fun.
Yeah.
So you play Skyrim.
That's all. Pretty much. I go home from work at Goodfellas Pizzeria. Mm-hmm. and then I play Skyrim until I go to bed.
So
I can't afford to have other hobbies. You know?
I feel you.
I just paid first and last month's rent. That was like half my bank account. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm in a bad place right now.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are, and it's just like it's because everything is so fucking expensive,
Yeah.
man. Like I don't know. The job I'm at now, I think inflation went up 11% last year, and we all got, I think, about 3% raises.
Yeah.
So if I stay there, I'll make 8% less money this year just by staying there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. They just bleed us dry, We're getting political again. It's fine. We can just be political and talk about how fucked up everything is.
Well, it's like I feel like my ethos is like a crazy wired guy who's like mad at the world.
Yeah.
When I'm not being gay, I'm like pissed off that healthcare
it.
is a problem,
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't realize, and it's one reason that it helped me decide to move on from this job was in Kentucky, though. There's a pretty good exchange for people for Medicaid, Medicare, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's really helped me like not have as much fear about changing my job.
Is that what Luke told you when he sold you his scam insurance?
No. I called the administration office and explained. I was like, okay, I'm leaving my job. When I leave it, if I have any lapse, can I get this? And they're like, well, let's take some information. They're like, yeah, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, I think he's rolling up.
Who?
Luke. I see that big blue piece of shit.
What a piece of shit. We're at 42 minutes.
42 minutes. That's hardly a podcast. Let's go 2 more. Let's lock him out. Let's go 2 more hours.
He can sit over there off camera and shut the fuck up.
He won't. He'll start meowing or whatever.
You know what's funny?
What's funny is that you would never have the conversation about like politics and shit that we just had. You would never have that with Luke Willoughby. He doesn't even understand.
Yeah, he'd be like,
He'd be like, Japanese people. You mean the people that invented? He'd be like that.
He's so retarded, dude.
We're making. Oh God, he's taking pictures of me. Fucking fuck you, dude.
From the car?
Yeah, look, he's taking pictures. Don't wave. What a pussy. What a gaping pussy, dude. Oh my God. Getting a shot of the Willoughby.
I can't zoom. I'm gonna zoom in.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's just creepy. He's a creepy little fucker.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's kind of why it's funny though.
Yeah, it's very funny. I can't believe he has trouble getting women.
I don't either because he's not a bad looking guy. He doesn't have like an ugly face or anything.
No.
And he's hilarious. I think he could if he just put forth.
He's just too weird.
He just needs to
too
go.
strange.
He just needs to go talk to them.
Yeah, and be like normal around him.
Because I'm a big old fat guy, and I don't know. I don't do as good as like Austin Vaughn or nothing, but you just have to go talk to people. You have to have some.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Well, Austin Vaughn's riding on the coattails of like Eminem, of the Eminem effect.
Shout out Austin.
Yeah.
Austin's a really good friend.
I'm just
man.
thinking like, hey,
He's a good guy.
I've been saying this for years. Fat guys can get laid easy if they go gay, but that's that's just me.
Oh my God.
Looking at me.
He's so weird. Is he out of the car?
No, he's just staring at me through the window of his car. It's fucking creepy.
He's like, when's it my turn?
God damn.
So
I don't like it.
dude.
Oh,
Just
God.
ignore him.
Yeah, I'm trying,
Sorry.
man. He's out the window, man.
That's so stupid.
God.
Yeah, Luke is fun. What were we talking about before Luke, though? Before Luke fucking interrupted it.
Healthcare or something.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
on a pretty heavy topic.
Thank God Luke showed up.
Yeah.
To get a... No, but yeah.
I was about to go on another rant.
Yeah, I was thinking, though, too, like with... I don't know if you ever collected unemployment or not. I have never, even one time... I did in Japan for a few months, but that was Japan.
Yeah.
I've never collected unemployment in America, not even one time. and I think it's because I've never been fired from a job
Yeah.
here. Well, I got laid off of Quiznos right after 9/11. I started my first day.
Was it because of 9/11?
Yeah, I started. I've still got a USA Today from 9/11. They printed a special paper the night it happened.
Whoa.
It was out. It was out in the stands, and I got one. I was like, I probably should get one of these. It's somewhere. I think it's at my mom's house somewhere. But it was just like, America's attacked. It was like, no shit. We're just, but,
Imagine that's how a guy learns 9/11 happened. Is he walks by a newsstand and he looks at you and he's like,
what the fuck?
"What? What do you mean?
You know
what
what?
is?"
Back then though? That's very plausible. Like say for example,
I feel like for 9/11 specifically,
Yeah.
not. I feel like people would be like, "Dude, fucking 9/11."
But if you're in a fucking coal mine, dude,
Yeah.
all day, like 12-hour coal mine shift.
Right. You got no
You go
phone.
in at 6, you
Yeah.
come out at 6. You're like, oh man, let's go do some oxys or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what people in coal mines do.
Yeah.
Go do some oxys or methadone or something.
It's
And
like I got a knee injury from
Yeah.
93 that I'm still medicating.
no, man, I'm sure those people. I can't even. I mean,
Well, no, that's what is that the doctor overprescribes because they get a little
Yeah.
bonus from pharma.
for sure. But
Is that Luke texting you?
no, I don't know. Who it
Like,
is.
can you let me in to do the podcast?
Shut
Can you kick McGregor out so I can do the podcast?
Yeah. The fucking I started Quiznos and my second day was 9/11. And like I was the newest employee and I remember that the other people that were working there had been there a while and like they made me wash all the dishes. Like I had to wash everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I also had to do other shit too. But I had to wash her. I was like, this isn't fair. But
But
I
it
was
was your
like,
first day, and you're like, "Well, America is invincible, so I guess I have to do the dishes."
well, it happened, and then I kept going back to work, and like, dude, I swear to God, people didn't go outside for like weeks at
Yeah.
a time. People were fucking scared.
Yeah.
And then that same year, you don't remember, but there was like this shooter. This dad and his son.
Oh, the DC sniper.
Yeah. Dude, I remember that, and it was terrifying because they didn't just do it DC; they did it in other states too, and they were like going up they were all over the Eastern Seaboard. It was mostly Maryland and DC, but I think they did something in New Jersey and maybe the Carolinas. I don't remember, but everyone was terrified to fucking go to Lowe's or Kroger or Walmart because that's what they did. They did them in those big high traffic.
Everyone in
areas.
Iowa was real scared that the DC sniper was gonna commute.
Yeah, I lived in Orlando then, which was a decently populated area.
Not terribly far from DC compared to other states.
No, and they were going like they had been spotted all over.
Yeah.
but I'm sure some of those were incorrect spottings.
Yeah,
but,
they just saw two black guys go into a car, and they were like, "Woo."
well, they had something where they had like made like a little cubby, and one of them would sit, and it was like in the trunk.
Yeah.
and he could see out and just pick people off. Gee, it was scary, man. It was really scary because it was just random.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that's what we need. I feel like to get our
Random slayings.
yeah,
of
just to
American
get our
people.
mind off of Ukraine, Roe v. Wade,
Why do you think school shootings are for?
the floods in Eastern Kentucky. We need a good serial killer back on the. We need a serial killer back on the loose because that's something we can all.
No, none of this mass shooter. It's too quick. There's not enough pandemic. Like we need one guy killing a couple of people over a span of months that we
Yeah.
can be like, oh, dude, are we gonna get the fucking Cleveland Cleaver?
The Cleveland Cleaver. Well, all right. Let's think of one for what would the Lexington serial killer? Has there ever been a serial killer in Lexington?
Probably not. I feel like some shithead like big time like Lexington's coming up. Like I feel like one of those guys would be like, did you know we have a serial killer?
What would it be called? The bluegrass banger.
The butcher of the bluegrass.
Oh, the bluegrass butcher.
Yeah.
Butcher of the bluegrass. And what would he do to his victims? He would mount them
he'd
and
feed them to the horses.
I was gonna say he would mount them and ride them like a horse before But then, yeah, that would make. I guess maybe he would be a jockey in this case.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going with this. But yeah, I think maybe that's what we need to get our minds off all this other
Yeah.
shit.
I think he would stuff a baggie of fentanyl up their ass and then just drop it in front of police steps. Just like weird bullshit social like the serial killers try to do bullshit social commentary.
Like Seven.
It's like if I killed one person a day, I could not kill as many people as fentanyl does. You know?
Oh yeah, he's trying to make a point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was like, shut the fuck up, butcher of the bluegrass. What a pussy.
yeah. If you're a serial killer, you're probably a pussy.
Yeah.
If you're gonna kill somebody, you should just be a man and kill them.
Just yeah, don't stalk them. Don't get your dick out.
Yeah.
Don't be weird.
Murder them in public.
Yeah, murder them in cold blood with a gun.
In public.
Yeah.
And then drop the gun and put your hands up. It's like,
My bad, y'all. Yeah.
my bad. You ever see people? Oh my God! Did I tell you this story the other day about me screaming at a guy in freaking AutoZone?
You screamed at a guy in AutoZone?
Okay, so I went. So there was a guy, and I don't know if you've ever been to AutoZone or like an auto parts store, but there's a line, and you go up, and most people who go up to the register are going up to ask a question or look for a part.
Yeah.
Because most people who are there, the majority don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's for people who are trying to just, get through life, AutoZone is for people who
Their car's doing something and it's like, I do not have the time for this. But
Yeah.
so I just go to AutoZone,
Yeah.
buy what I need, get the shit fixed up.
Exactly. So I've been fixing up the Bassmobile.
Yeah.
Woo-woo, shout out. I went in there and there was a man in front of me, and he went to the counter, and then whoever had helped him, they went away over in another part of the store to find whatever he was looking for.
Yeah.
And then I went about my business, and I was talking to the next cashier person, and then a man came from behind me, and he had his thing to buy. And so he walked up, and the man who had been helped before me came back to the register area all at the same time. So, but the man who was behind me went on ahead because he didn't see the guy coming. Like he was out of line.
Yeah.
Once you fucking get out of line, you got to start over. You don't get to just go back to unless they say, I'll check you out right now, which they may be doing. But the guy had got up to the register already. And the man the first man, he was like,
a situation rife with politeness was about to unfold, you could say.
well, and the guy, and unfortunately one person just, wasn't very polite, and it was the first guy. He was like, well, I was next, but that's fine. I'm not gonna buy here. That's rude. Just because someone got like one person accident, it wasn't intentional. I saw the whole thing happen.
Yeah.
It was a fucking just bad timing, and who gives a fuck? It's one item. Just fucking wait. You know what I mean? I mean, if somebody skips me, I'd be like, yeah, I was next, but I wouldn't like make a big fucking deal about it unless someone else made a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Then I would. But the guy it was like, that's just rude. I'm leaving. You have the worst service. And he was just being really mean to all the employees there. And those people are fucking working hard. They don't fucking make any money.
Yeah.
They're fucking barely surviving.
They're working on cars more expensive than their paychecks, It's not a fun time.
And even if they were thriving, no one fucking deserves to be talked to like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's just barely making it. So shut up. And the next time you want to scream at a stranger, they're probably on the edge, so don't. But this guy was just going on and wouldn't shut up and wouldn't leave. And he still had the part in his hand. And the girl that had been helping him was like, sorry, sir, but are you going to pay for that? Because he was walking out the door.
Yeah.
And he would not shut the fuck up. And I had already been stressed from working on my car all day. And the Larry David part of that little neurosis that we all have.
The little Jewish influence.
Yeah. That we all have.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean,
the little Jew in your brain.
yeah, the little Larry.
The little Larry
was just like, I'd had enough of to that day too.
Yeah.
And the guy would not stop just being mean, and it was just his whole energy was just fucking toxic.
He was heckling the room.
He was toxic, dude. And I said, hey, man, just shut the fuck up. I screamed from across the store, hey, man, shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear you. And he was like, what? And I was like, you fucking heard me. I was like, you are ruining everybody's day, so fucking leave. And he was like, what'd you say? I was like, you fucking heard me, bitch, leave. And I would have beat the hell out of this guy. I was ready to walk over there and fight him because he wouldn't shut up. He was ruining my day. He was ruining everyone's day. And the whole store, it was a huge scene. And then he left, and I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. And they were like, no, thank you. Thank you. I was like, well, I knew y'all are not allowed to say anything back to him. And he was being a dickhead. Yeah. And but I was still there, and like the manager of the AutoZone was like on a call with like AutoZone corporate, like headquarters, explaining what had just happened. And he was like, yeah, we had a customer in here, and they were like, and then he was being kind of like inappropriate and rude, and so another customer started. There was an interaction, and there was some words, and I was like, that was me. You could tell him it was me.
He was being followed by 5 Asian women that he described as his cousins.
This guy, yeah, that guy who was definitely like
that guy probably is going to become the butcher of the bluegrass because of what you said to him.
Well, you know, I thought about that after he left. I was like, man, what if he comes back in here with a gun, dude? I mean, and I said that to the guy helping me out. You know what he said? You know what he said?
What did he say?
He's like, we're all right, buddy. He was like, we're all strapped. Because they're all like country guys. Yeah. He's like, I got my 9mm right here below the count. I was like, here? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Thank you. Glad to know that. But I mean, I did feel bad because I was like, man, what if he was on the edge? What if me doing that pushed him to a place where he would hurt someone else or be, I don't know. I did feel bad, but I just couldn't stand. I don't know. I don't like.
But he was also pushing other people around.
Yeah, I hate shit.
He was also messing with other people's like who could be on the edge. So
yeah,
definitely deserved to be yelled at.
Yeah,
perhaps
bully. I don't like bullies. I'm never really. I mean, I don't know. I think we bully each other as pals, but not. But in the loving way.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as the world's kindest bully.
Yeah. I mean, at least one of us thinks that. Oh shit! Did I kick the camera?
Just a little bit.
It's fine. Is Luke still staring at you? I'm surprised he's still sitting in his car.
He's probably just jacking off to LeBron highlights.
He's probably sweating.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, the other night I said it at the Somerset, or I said it, I think at Somerset when I was hosting the open mic. I was talking about Luke.
Man, that Somerset show started off kind of like a shit show.
Did it?
Because you told us that dude who was running it was going to host it, and then he was like, "I guess the show starts now," and then like people were just going up.
I think,
and then Austin like just barged in and was like, "All right, someone's got to host."
I told him to.
Yeah.
I asked him because I didn't want to host because I need to go up too, and I was like, if I host and then I'm like, okay, now it's my turn. That's weird.
Yeah, that's definitely strange.
But. And it's also. I don't know. I haven't had to host and then actually do a set, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah.
I would do a set and then host the open mic after. But no, it was just, I think it was just like I think their idea and maybe us as comics' idea of a host, what we expect is for everyone to be brought up.
Yeah, we didn't communicate what the intentions were.
I didn't communicate with him, and I apologized like profusely to Kushi. I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, no, it's fine. I was like, no, if anyone ever does this to you again, it's not fine. Don't ever let anyone not introduce you.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I was like, that's why I'm so apologetic, is because it was not good.
Yeah.
And Drew, and I felt bad for Drew because he didn't know. He was like, I should have brought her. I was like, you didn't know? It's not both of them. And they're both new. And it hurt my heart. But it was a great show, man. I think
it was very fun. It was my first closing show, which was wild to do.
You did great, man.
Yeah.
You did like 15 and change, I think. Mm-hmm. You did good. I think we all did good. Like everybody did really well. And
it was really fun.
They want us back for like they want to keep doing like these every month and shit. So
yeah.
I think maybe the September and October one, I might see if you want to do it again. I'll give you the dates.
Sure.
But I hope that grows into something. I hope that we can, like some of these, like Harrodsburg. My buddy down in Tennessee wants to do something at like the Elks Lodge, which is gonna be. I'm not sure yet. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So like Freemasons?
No, it's definitely like one of those men's clubs.
Just a weird like group of old dudes.
It's like.
That'd be fun to perform in, actually.
But I think the Elks is more like a rural.
They're like the Shriners, more.
But for ruralness, rural areas.
Like the Lions.
Yeah. Elks Club, Lions Club, similar. And they do great shit for communities. I'm not.
Yeah, no, well, all these clubs do great charity work. It's just that it's like a weird, like exclusive group of old guys.
It is. But actually, I'm thinking about maybe seeing about booking. I don't know. My band's kind of been taking a little bit of a backseat, not because I don't want to, just because we have had some members changing around and we've got to kind of start rehearsing again.
Yeah.
But I would like to maybe set up something and maybe do a comedy show in Nashville with like us and maybe some Nashville comics.
Yeah.
And then go down and do that Elks Lodge down, which is like about 45 minutes south. And then maybe do another one like, I don't know, Huntsville or something. Like these smaller towns, like I don't think they should be overlooked, because the way the internet works, everyone now can experience everything together.
Yeah.
So it is good. I like that. So now, because growing up, be in the South in a rural area, like we didn't fucking hear about shit till way later. I mean, MTV really changed that, but prior to like late 90s MTV, it was like mid-late 90s. That's when things started catching up from between the coasts, I guess. But I don't know, I'm going to try and do that and see. I don't know, some of us go down there. I mean, it'd be a show. We would, there'd be a cover. We would try and get paid. And
I was approached about a show in my hometown.
Do it.
Which I thought was cool, and then it was like, oh, that like this person, like a lot of these people who want to do shows, they don't know too much about the comedy world, but this person really knew absolutely nothing. Like it was just like the way like we were talking, I was like, oh, this probably isn't going to work out at all very well. Well, which is unfortunate, but
I think if there are people that are doing the shows that can help, like in Somerset, for example, like I've been helping them sort of understand the concept of what we would come do, and because at first, they weren't really clear of what we would come do. Like they thought it may be more like a few people, and then they would do like a longer set. So I was like, that would be good, but because not all of us that are coming have a fucking hour or 30 minutes or even 20, even fucking 10. I mean, there are very few, even amongst us Lexington people, who have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But so I tried to help do that. And I think if, we can maybe help some of these places, some of these people that want to do comedy but don't know how to do it, who to get, like these small towns, man, it's a market. It's a place to, because I don't know, a fan is a fan, and that sounds pretentious to say at like this point in a young comedy career, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, and I hope, I don't know, I'm old, so I don't, some of the arbitrary shit involved with comedy and music, whatever it is, like you've got to do A, B, and C before you do D, E, and F. It's like, nah, you don't. Everyone, you do.
Some people think that way, which is funny.
I think there are some rules, like there are some things that I think are good to go by, but then again, everyone's different. Everyone's path is different. So finding that way, I don't know. I think it's important to try and figure out for us all how we each navigate our own way, and as opposed to like, oh, I'm gonna. If you don't have a North Star, if you don't have an example or an idea of your own, then by all means pick someone who you look up to who's successful that you like to be like and do that. And that's what I think we all do. But if you're like, well, that doesn't really apply to me. I couldn't do the thing that such and such super famous comic does because I don't have all those resources.
Because I'm not black. And
yeah, because I'm not fucking Ali Wong. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think I hope we can all like sort of. I don't know, I think we've got here in Lexington the whatever 10 or so of us that kind of stay in communication about. You know who you are out there.
yeah.
One of them's fucking coming inside. God, I have no idea what are we gonna talk about with Luke. Hey, I feel like he's just gonna sit down. Just flat.
Do you need me to handle? Do you need me to be his handler?
I mean, if you want to stay and hang while he does his, I would actually like it because it would be really funny. Because I feel like it'll be fun to make fun of Luke.
I might hang out a little bit, but
Where?
I mean, we got a show tonight, right?
Yeah.
We're doing that charity thing at Girls.
I'm thinking about doing a flood joke, but I'm not sure.
Probably a bad idea considering it's the flood relief.
Okay, how long? But here's the thing.
What's your flood joke?
Okay, it's you know how I do that joke where I say I talk about being California sober, and then I do new one. I've got quite a few that I've been making up recently, but the one about the flooding is, and this is a joke. I don't. And please, it's just, this is entertainment. So
what's the joke?
It's your fucking
Tell me the
Don't
joke, John
calm down.
Bass.
So the joke is, I'm Eastern Kentucky sober, and I only do peels in my FEMA trailer.
Not bad.
So
yeah, I don't. I mean,
still not
yeah.
funny.
I think it'd be funny if you just said, "I do pills underwater."
But they would get all mushy underwater. I get you.
But
right.
the joke is that
Yeah,
my house is underwater.
Yeah. So at first it was I do peels in a rowboat, and no one got it.
Yeah.
And because I was telling Jeff Toy that, and he was like, "Huh," and then I was like, "Because of the flooding," and he was like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh well, if you didn't get it, no one else is getting it either."
I feel like if you say underwater, that's like the most like, oh, this is about the flood it could possibly be.
Or I changed it to I only do methadone in my FEMA trailer. Or I drink the rainwater, which is that's not funny. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, I thought about it tonight. I was like, I'm gonna go up and say, y'all, I don't care how much you beg for it. I will not make any abortion jokes tonight. Okay, and just be really serious. And then when people be like, so instead, because it's just too soon. Okay, it's it hurts too much to make jokes like that. And just be really somber and serious. And then be like, so instead, I'm going to do 7 minutes of flood jokes. And just to do that, what do you think? Do you think it'll go over well?
I think
You'll laugh.
I would.
It'll be McGregor. It'll be like you and Nick Cheney. Like, oh!
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. Those are jokes for the podcast. For the true patriots.
For the real American.
For the real patriots out there.
Everybody go to your local pizza shop and save those kids. Can I get a hoorah?
Wait a minute. You're gay, ain't you? And you work at Goodfellas? What are you up to in there?
Hey, brother. You're getting
Wait
a
a
little too
second.
close.
Goodfellas?
Are you transgender?
Comet, Goodfellas, Comet. They sound alike. I see the correlation. Is there a basement at Goodfellas downtown?
No.
Is there an upstairs?
Maybe.
Is there a back room?
There might be one.
Are there cameras?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. People are stupid. Okay, so I think we're at an hour.
Yeah.
Hour two. So McGregor, can you tell everyone where to find you?
I'm at macgregor.lakes on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm at macgregor.lakes on Twitter. You can find me tonight if you're in Lexington, which is probably not coming out tonight. But
this will come out next
you will
week.
have missed me.
Any upcoming shows? Anything?
August 13th, I'm at Woodburn Brewing
Where's that?
in Cincinnati.
Hell yeah!
I'm opening for OSHA Dwyer.
Wow. Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
August 13th.
Yes.
So that's next
It's next
Saturday.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, anything else you want to plug or promote or anything?
Just follow me on social media. I made a Spotify playlist that I'm going to upload on my Instagram where I listened to a lot of new metal surrounding having sex with women.
Oh, God.
And I put it all in a playlist, and I call it the White Trash Sex Playlist. And I'm going to upload that onto my Instagram.
That sounds terrible.
It's pretty good.
I
It's
hate new metal.
Listen, it's really fun. It's really fun to listen to Buck Cherry.
Oh, God. They're terrible.
He's a crazy bitch.
I don't even. I've never even listened to one complete song of like Buck Cherry or one of those.
It's fun. New metal is fun. White people just like doing like and then it's like I want to fuck you on cocaine. It's like that's fun.
Oh,
It's like it's whites at their most like at their most innocent, just talking about white people doing white people shit to other white people.
I hate it.
And then everything got ruined. It's like now all these new metal guys are like, we got to stand with Donald Trump, and it's like, no, go do fentanyl and like yell at your girlfriend. that was the good times.
Go do fentanyl and yell at your girlfriend. I like that.
So that's where you can find me.
That's the name of this episode. Go do fentanyl and yell at your girlfriend with MacGregor.Lakes.
Yes,
you have to listen all the way to the end though.
that's true. Only true patriots will know.
Only true Patreons will know.
Haha.
Good segue.
The good old Patreon patriots of the John Bass podcast.
Yeah. Please, if you're listening on you, I don't know where you're listening, but you've obviously found it. So if you've gone that far and you've listened this far, please just hit the thing. And I do have a Patreon. And well, first of all, find me everywhere at John Bass Comedy. Mm-hmm. Instagram, Patreon, YouTube, and I'm gonna everything's going everywhere for right now. But as I get more people in here, I'm gonna start doing bonus stuff and maybe doing some like episodes like at shows, maybe some behind the scenes stuff like us hanging out.
Be fun.
It'd be cool. Oh, maybe I should do like a Patreon only series like about the Bassmobile, the bus. We could have some episodes in the Bassmobile.
Yeah,
that's it. I've been trying to figure out how to parlay that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, please follow me everywhere. I quit my job in 2 weeks, so I'm soon to be broke. So John Bass Comedy at Venmo, patreon.com/John Bass Comedy. I'm not joking. Please help me.
Give this fat pig your money.
Yeah, and I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts. We're on par with anything else out there. So consider supporting your friend and or lover. All right, thank you, MacGregor. Love you, dude. See ya.
Love you too, brother.
All right.
Luke.